Hello everyone, and welcome to my show, Adaptations Across Countries. I am your host, Carrie Anderson. Since this is the first episode, let's talk a little bit about what we're exactly covering here. Adaptations Across Countries is exactly what it sounds like. We are looking at specific stories or subjects that have been adapted to a country other than where it originated. This means that with the cultural differences, sometimes extreme changes will be made, whether they be certain levels of censorship, or maybe entirely different storylines, or mixings of completely different series, to becoming one solid storyline. Let's start off with getting to know each other with one solid question. Dubs or subs? The question that's been asked for many decades since the very first anime VHSs came out. It defines the anime culture to this day, some of us having very different perspective on this, believing that one is superior to the other. It's a matter of opinion, mine being that no one side is stronger than the other. With this in mind, I'd like to bring up our first episode subject, Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh yeah! Who do you call when you want some pepperoni? Samurai Pizza Cats. Right on!
Now I know what you're thinking. Pizza Cats sounds a lot like somebody wanted to make their own little Ninja Turtle series. Well, you wouldn't be wrong. At the time of Ninja Turtles' peak in popularity, many different animation companies and toy companies were trying to cash in on the Ninja Turtle craze. This is what resulted in shows like Cowboys of Moo Mesa, Battletoads, and Street Sharks. But Samurai Pizza Cats wasn't entirely meant to be a cash grab for the TMNT craze. Samurai Pizza Cats was originally Cat Ninden Teyonde, a gag anime made in the early 90s to, just like TMNT, sell toys. Then Saban Entertainment brought it over to America under the name Samurai Pizza Cats.
My favorite. It seems to have captured all my finer qualities.
Wow!
Why, it's magnificent.
What makes Samurai Pizza Cats an especially fascinating adaptation is what they did with the writing. Samurai Pizza Cats breaks the fourth wall and makes more self-referential humor than its origin series. In the first episode alone, there's so much humor about the writers and the idea that everyone is kind of still an actor, and they're arguing with the director.
Go ahead, make my day! Word breath! What? Who said that?
3 guesses, bird brain. We'll give you a hint. We're the stars of this cartoon.
You guys! Well, you're too late this time!
We spoke to the producer! There's plenty of time left in the episode!
What? Now they tell me!
There's also moments when they're talking about topics that were really relevant in the 90s, especially making that one joke about a retirement home for aged Ninja Turtles, or even Speedy Cerviche's Ginsu swords.
Now not to get Speedy Ceviche mad, because when that happens, it's never very long before he unsheathes his magical Ginsu sword. It chops, it dices, it fillets, it does everything but take out the garbage. And when it appears, criminals better run for cover because
You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs! Yeah.
My personal experience with the show was really awkward. It would always be on before and after Fox Kids television, but it would never actually be part of Fox Kids. That's because it was under syndication and not as part of any larger program block. So not everybody remembers watching or being able to find Samurai Pizza Cats at the time, which isn't surprising given it didn't have a set time and location for everyone to watch it.
this is Little Tokyo, a hometown, like your hometown. That is, if your hometown is populated by flying cats, stalking hippos, and other cartoon characters.
Now, the first episode feels exactly like a pilot, in that it really tries hard to get the idea across what the Samurai Pizza Cats is going to be like, but it tries a little too hard, since the rest of the series winds up being something more like Teyonde.
Hey, lady! You serve shrimps, lady? Do we serve shrimps? Of course we do. Sure, it doesn't matter to us how short you are.
Watch out, hot stuff coming through.
Wait till this cheese is molded.
So what? You gotta eat your greens, don't you?
Pizza Cat's Pizza, home of the hot and spicy samurai sensation.
Albeit, there are some differences. Still, one of the biggest differences is the narrator. He is the biggest personality out of Pizza Cats.
You want to talk about a splitting headache? This poor guy takes the prize. Everybody's shocked into still frame at the incredible sight of the fabulous golden sphinx rising before them, which only goes to prove you can give a cat a tonic, but you can't make him blink.
That narrator is a blithering idiot.
I know. That's what you get at our pay scale.
Otherwise, the main three and even most of the side characters wind up being the same, save for name changes. Yataro is Speedy Cerviche, Pururun is Polyester, and Tsukashi is Guido Anchovy.
はい、わかりました。ネオ日本橋付近に特製ピザニャンキーの注文が入りました。何？
One surprising change to the overall plot is the secret identity in the original Teyonde. The cats are ninjas, actually, and they have to keep their identity secret from any outsiders, which becomes a little bit difficult when the team becomes celebrities by the 13th episode. But in Samurai Pizza Cats, they have no such secret identity, so a lot of small things wind up getting changed. Because of that, the writing gets really clever with the footage available to them.
People can get quite emotional about their heroes and role models. Such behavior is very immature, of course, but when you consider how righteous and downright groovy the Pizza Cats are, I get a little excited myself.
Going back to the narrator, this guy is absolutely hilarious, and probably one of the best things for watching the show.
Where is that rotten rodent? We gotta find him. This story's starting to drag.
Like in this example, where the Pizza Cats fight the adversarial rude noise, and the narrator has to kind of describe how evil they are, and this is easily one of my favorite jokes of the show.
Little Tokyo is under attack. From out of a cloud of dust appears a huge mechanical monster that bears a strong resemblance to our favorite crooked crow.
What? Throw it the bird feed!
A look inside the rampaging robot reveals Bad Bird's feathered friends, the rude noise. Study these faces carefully, children. If one of them should come up to you on the street and offer you candy, well, that means that you're confusing cartoons with real life, and you're obviously watching too much television.
And that's one of the appeals of this show, is how funny it can get.
Just because I'm turning the color of a tomato when my head feels like it's about to.
Gee, I'm glad he wasn't angry.
Heck, even the credits aren't safe from the hilarity, as there is a credit for Spiritual Advisor by Hogan the Wonder Cat. Who is Hogan the Wonder Cat, and what is the story behind this credit title? I just gotta know. It's one of those little things that just, so curious about. Like Hogan the Wonder Cat.
Shut your trap, Mr. Know-It-All.
But I digress. It seems to have set a tone for some humor in later Saban shows, such as Digimon. Now you might be thinking, how dare they change up things? How dare they make Pizza Cats so different? The Japanese studio would never have allowed this. Truth is, Japanese studios really don't care that much so long as they get paid. In fact, the Japanese studios give full reign on doing whatever is needed in order to adapt a series for a Western audience. Looking at you, 4Kids.
Some kind of mechanical monster to do their dirty work.
Right! We'll tell the producer if we don't get some help on this show, we're gonna walk!
Faced with a walkout by the 3 stars of his series, the producer has called a hasty story conference and has ordered the writers to come up with a robot to assist the heroes. But that left nobody on hand to write this next scene.
Now you've done it. We're flying straight into that mountain without a script to tell us what to do. Don't be silly, Guido. We're the good guys. They wouldn't let us crash.
Which to Saban writers translates to, just make fun of anything you want.
Is there any jalapeno peppers? It's my new Mexican-style sushi.
You're fired, and you can forget that guest spot on Cooking with Raoul.
Let's think about this again. There are very popular parody dubs, like various abridged series,
Wait a minute, did you just summon a bunch of monsters in one turn?
Yeah, so?
That's against the rules, isn't it?
Screw the rules, I have money.
MXC, and Ghost Stories. But in the 90s and 80s, a show to make fun of itself like this wasn't around very often. Sure, there were cartoons like Looney Tunes and, to a degree, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and even Mystery Science Theater 3000. But this'll be a show that would go on to inspire some people to parody shows long before the internet became as strong and powerful as it is. Many conventions would have Saturday night screenings of parody anime you could only see once a year if you attended. And now, you can see parody series left and right on YouTube. Heck, even Yu-Gi-Oh! GX knew when to poke fun of its plot.
Great Scott! Oh man! Sam Hill!
Why don't I have a catchphrase?
I'm Guido Anchu.
You can call me Polyester. Love ya.
Pretty Cervite at your service.
And it all started with three little cats from the pizzeria in a very funny series.
So hail to thee, O Pizza Cat! Please ring your little bell. Although you may be pen and ink, we know you'll fight like
Pizza Cats!
Samurai Pizza Cat. We hoped you liked the show. It's the best that we could do.